the chairman of the Hiru Media Network, Raina Silva, visited the Sri Dalada Maligava in Kandy yesterday to pay homage to the sacred tooth relic and receive blessings. Following his visit to the temple, Silva called on the chief prelates of the Malvatta and Askriya chapters. He first visited the Malvatta Mahaviharaya to receive blessings of the most venerable Tibbatuave Sri Sumangala Thera. Subsequently, the chairman proceeded to the Askari Mahaviharaya, where he met with the most venerable Varakagoda Sri Jnanaratana Thera. The chairman also met with the deputy chief prelate of the Malvatta chapter, the most venerable Dimul Kumure Vimladhamma Thera, who offered spiritual guidance and counsel.
Hiru Madhya Yalita, Dalada Hamdran Hansege, Ashirwadi Labiva, Jai Sri Maha Bodhidruma Rajan Hansege, Ashirwadian, Isema Labiva, Agamika, Sevavan, Jatika, Sevavan, Naturu, Sian Sevavan, Idiota Karaganamata, Shakti, Daivya Balaya, Vatanava, Nirogiswa, Nirda Shamanabeva, Tunubani.
The Sri Lanka police issued an urgent warning to the public following a sharp rise in sophisticated financial frauds carried out via social media platforms. Speaking at a press conference in Colombo yesterday, police media spokesperson, Assistant Superintendent of Police, F.U. Wootler, revealed that nearly 2,000 financial crimes related to cyber activities were reported in the last year alone. He noted that the Criminal Investigation Department and the Computer Crime Investigation Division intensified their operations, resulting in the arrest of 318 suspects so far. Fraudsters are increasingly using platforms like Telegram, WhatsApp, and Facebook to lure victims with fake job offers or investment schemes. The Sri Lanka Police continues to urge citizens to never share sensitive information, such as one-time passwords or bank credentials, and to verify the authenticity of any online financial requests before transferring funds. The Western Province Road Passenger Transport Authority announced that random drug testing, currently conducted for bus drivers, will be extended to include bus conductors starting next week. The chairman of the authority, retired Commander Gamini Jasingha, confirmed that these surprise inspections will focus on identifying staff operating under the influence of narcotics. He noted that adherence to drug-free regulations is a mandatory condition for the issuance of route permits for both drivers and conductors. The move follows a high-stakes inspection of licensed buses in Colombo yesterday, where officials targeted widespread service violations. Several conductors were fined on the spot for failing to issue tickets to passengers, while bus owners faced penalties for poor vehicle maintenance.
Now for some news in brief.
The Department of Meteorology forecasts rains over several parts of the island today, with showers expected to occur at times in the northern, north-central, eastern and Uva provinces and in Matale and Nuwara districts.
The business news on Gold FM.
Sri Lanka is intensifying efforts to attract Middle Eastern capital by offering significant tax exemptions and positioning the Colombo port city as a premier financial hub. During an investor forum in Dubai, Deputy Minister of Industry and Entrepreneurship Development, Chaturanga Abesinghe, announced that certain projects now qualify for tax holidays lasting up to 15 years. The government plans to introduce a new Investment Promotion Act to streamline approval processes and ensure a predictable environment for foreign businesses. Minister Abesinghe emphasized that the nation's neutral foreign policy and strategic trade access to global markets, including India and Europe, make it a competitive destination for UAE-based investors seeking a regional base. US President Donald Trump said yesterday that he would impose a 100% tariff on Canada if it follows through on a trade deal with China, warning Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney that a deal would endanger his country. Trump wrote on social media, quote, "China will eat Canada alive, completely devour it, including the destruction of their businesses, social fabric, and general way of life," unquote. In a video yesterday, Carney urged Canadians to buy domestic products, but did not directly mention Trump's tariff threats.
International news on Gold FM.
US immigration agents shot and killed an alleged US citizen in Minneapolis yesterday. This sparked fierce protests and condemnations from local leaders in the second such incident this month. The US Department of Homeland Security said a Border Patrol agent fired in defense at a man who resisted their attempts to disarm him, and that investigations are underway. The death follows the murder of Renee Good, a Minnesotan mother and poet, by ICE agents just weeks ago. In the meantime, US President Donald Trump accused the mayor of Minneapolis and the governor of Minnesota, Tim Walz, of inciting an insurrection. Donald Trump has made a U-turn on his comments about UK soldiers who fought in Afghanistan. He claimed that Allied forces avoided the front lines, prompting criticism from veterans and politicians. Now, however, he has turned back on those comments and offered them praise. Earlier this week, Trump angered US allies by downplaying the role of NATO troops in the war and doubting whether the military alliance would be there for the US if they ever needed them. Trump's words drew condemnation from international allies, while Sir Keir Starmer called them insulting and, frankly, appalling. The UK Prime Minister spoke to Trump yesterday, after which the US President used his Truth Social platform to praise UK troops as being among the greatest of all warriors.
Entertainment news on Gold FM.
Hermès menswear designer Veronique Nichanian presented her final collection on Saturday in Paris, after nearly 4 decades in the role, as the 71-year-old prepares to pass along the baton to young British designer Grace Wales Bonner. Walking out to close the show, Nichanian got a standing ovation from an audience including fellow designer Paul Smith, rapper Travis Scott, and actor Chase Crawford.
Sports news on Gold FM.
England secured a 5-wicket victory over Sri Lanka in the second one-day international at the R. Premadasa Stadium yesterday, although the result was overshadowed by a blistering critique of the playing surface. After winning the toss and electing to bat, the home side struggled to find momentum on a sluggish track, eventually being bowled out for 219 in 49.3 overs. Captain Charit Asalanka top-scored with a patient 45, but lacked substantial support as the English spinners capitalised on the conditions. England chased down the target in 46.2 overs, finishing on 223 for 5 to level the 3-match series at 1-1. Despite the win, the England captain Harry Brook did not mince his words during the post-match presentation, describing the surface as the worst pitch he has ever played on. Brook asserted that such a low-scoring, uneven track is entirely unsuitable for the modern one-day format and do not meet international standards. His comments echo previous criticisms from visiting teams regarding the quality of pitches prepared for international fixtures in Sri Lanka. Back at the home front, the series decider will be played on Tuesday. That's a wrap from the news desk. This is Dulya De Silva for Gold FM. Stay tuned for more news.